Well, the photo over my shoulder shows another step forward for diversity. An iconic toy maker is adding some new attire to its clothing collection for an iconic doll brand. Paula Tutman here with the story of the power of the pen and a move that goes beyond just toys for many people. Paula?
Hey, Karen, yeah, it really does. So this was an Illinois mom who penned a letter to Mattel wanting to see her daughter represented in the American Girl brand. That didn't go over very well. She kept going, kept trying. Not only did she get her way, she got to help design it, and a whole lot of local folks are excited about what she's getting done.
The American Girl doll brand is now offering the clothing of the al-Fitr, the one-piece hijab popular with young girls. The clothing representing the holiday of the feast celebrated after the conclusion of Ramadan. But to Suhaila Ayman, a community activist in Michigan who has worn the hijab since she was age 7, this is more than just an outfit for a doll, because she remembers when the American Girl doll did not look like all of America to her.
As I never saw that representation. I never looked like Barbie. I knew I wasn't, and I remember growing up in the 80s and 90s. It's about time. I commend, Mattel for taking on that initiative.
In a nation that bills itself as a melting pot, but is so incredibly divided and polarized by almost every aspect of the things that make individuals, Suhaila says this is an occasion to celebrate going back to our actual roots that go beyond the clothing on a doll that bills itself as the American Girl.
As we saw the changes happening within American Girl and you started finally seeing dolls coming out in different shades, that was just the first step to really representing what American Girls actually did look like.
Lydia Michael is a branding expert. Her company in Detroit, The Blended Collective, has been counseling major corporations of all kinds to embrace diversity, not as lip service, but as part of the genuine tapestry of business.
Looking at it from a marketing perspective especially, we see that by 2044, and this is according to the U.S. Census Bureau, 50% of our U.S. population is going to be multicultural. So if you really think about what that means and think about the fact that every other consumer is going to be either African American, Asian American, or of Latin descent, it means that companies and businesses really need to make a strong effort as early as possible to be able to reach and engage all of these different audiences.
What is the clothing of a doll, and a doll itself not just a doll, when it looks like all of the people who may want her?
Well, we reached out to Mattel and they actually got back to us, and they said, we created the new outfits to honor many of the special occasions and traditions girls in the United States and around the world celebrate each year. It's one more way we are accelerating our progress in diversifying our stories and products to mirror what it means to be an American girl today. So, yay, this really got a lot of the women folk in the newsroom talking and going back and doing research on how dolls have changed throughout the years and how they represent us and how we feel about that. And our great team at clickondetroit.com has put together a slideshow on clickondetroit.com, and it's a lot of fun, so I hope you'll go back and look at it.
All right. Thank you, Paula.